If the good Lord's not a Tar Heel, why did he make the sky Carolina blue? Glad to have you with us. Kenan Stadium in Chapel Thrill and home to the North Carolina Tar Heels. And boy, do we have a fun one ahead. Top 10 team, target on their back, going on their road and right into the snake pit. As we'll see a team coming off a crucial bye week, the Penn State Nittany Lions, taking on the 23rd ranked team in the land, the North Carolina Tar Heels. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Tar Heels will put total leather to crank us up. And he takes this from inside the 5. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. They challenge this crowd to bring the energy, and I'd say they're doing that. Looking for room, it's Marks. Nifty run there, pickup of 6 out to the 25. One of the offshoots of expansion, particularly in the Big Ten, was how viable could the ACC remain, and it just sort of ramps up the stakes when they meet on the field.
Yeah, I think all of this conference realignment, all the money talk, the loss of rivalries, but it's the haves and the have-nots. And let's be honest, the SEC and the Big Ten are the big two gorillas, right? Anytime you can make a statement and dent these two big powerhouse conferences, go do it.
I think the ACC, too, is going to play with a chip on his shoulder. Back in conference realignment, it was the best 4 programs from the Pac-12 that all chose the Big Ten and not the ACC, so this one will be interesting.
And he has a solid game before the defense bottles him up. This is the kind of game, a top 25 matchup in the early season, that you look for when you're trying to build your resume.
Yeah, these are so fun because as a player you kind of get bored if you don't get challenged, but when you got an early season challenge like this, all the adrenaline, all the juice, Palmer, you're ready to rock and roll.
I love this. We've had this game circled for a long time because we learn a lot in these types of games. What are these teams about? Which conferences are better? You're going to get a lot of answers today.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Pulls it in. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36.
And listen, the defense knew coming into this one, they were going to target him early and often. He is a weapon, and there's no mystery where the quarterback's going to be looking on critical down and distances. Let's see how they're able to cover him throughout the rest of this game.
And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. Power football with the run. Across the 25, he's got room. And he takes it all the way. They couldn't stop him. Touchdown, Penn State!
And I think a lot of people probably expected to see that, right? They're playing on the road, and you know this is going to be a hostile environment, but they've got the better players, and we've seen that before. And there was no hesitation. The opening drive, they go right down the field, they score a touchdown, and they made a statement.
And the PAT makes it 7-0. They put together an 81-yard drive, and he finished things off with that 36-yarder for a score. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive. He'll take the return and try to improve the field position. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. First down for this offense. The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the pass hits, picked off. They got him down pretty quickly, but they're set up now at the 21-yard line.
Not the start this kid was looking for. Very first pass of the day gets picked off. This is a defense that's got a lot of ball hawks on the back end, and he's got to be real careful with his eyes, not telegraph throws like he did right there. He's going to have to settle in.
The Nittany Lions going back to work on offense now. How about that blocking up front in that running game last time as they just walked it down for a touchdown, David?
And the big boys up front doing their job, opening holes, the backs making plays, everything on the ground on that first drive worked.
And we know that this is the identity this coaching staff wants for this team, right? They want to be the most physical team on the field. Let's see if they can keep it up.
The give to the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run. And they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he's loose, and he'll take it to the house. Touchdown, Nittany Lions!
One thing this team has shown early this year, it does not take them long to find their footing. They get off to fast starts. That was critical for them, winning their first game, and you've seen it here in this one too. They show up ready to go. There's no sleepwalking. I think you got to give this coaching staff a ton of credit for putting their players in good positions to have success.
North Carolina, 0.
And he'll bring it back. And the coverage team able to wrestle him down. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. To say this has been a slow start is a bit of an understatement, and they really need to get it going here, Jesse.
That's right. The opponent, they're firing on all cylinders right out of the gate. Offensively for this unit, they've been slow and struggling. They need an explosive play to wake themselves up.
Yeah, and it's just the first quarter, so it's not the end of the world. You've seen slow starts, but you got to continue to pick and pick and pick until you find that play or that scheme that you can use against this defense.
Finds a little bit of space, gets 3 to the 22.
Yeah, and the running back didn't get much here, but, you know, you clearly want to always establish the tempo, run the football, be consistent, make that defense physically meet the challenge.
They'll need to convert this third down from their own 22 to get this drive jump-started. Pre-snap motion in the backfield. Touch pass on the right. And they'll move the chains and get it to the 47-yard line.
And these touch passes, it's so hard because there's always action off of it, right? If I fake this pass and I can run it up the gut or I can throw it and it just spread me out and make me defend so many things, and you could tell they got on the edge quickly, got the big first down.
Comes out throwing on first down. Quickly to the tight end. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4. And the Tar Heels come to the line in the hurry-up.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
And he's a real nowhere man tackled in this no-gain land.
Great team defense on that run play. Everybody doing their job. People winning their one-on-ones, D linemen staying in their gaps, linebackers and DBs filling. You just can't do it better.
Quarterback checking the play. From the gun on third down. Quickly complete. They'll pick up enough yardage for the first down. They've got it at the 30. The Tar Heels are moving quickly down the field.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. They'll line up for a second down play. Leaves it with the running back. And the Tar Heels have a first down.
I love when players understand situations and they understand where the first down marker is and they understand where I got to get to. A lot of people you'll see run north-south and try to bounce out wide and make big plays. Sometimes it's not about making big plays. Sometimes it's about getting that first down to make sure I get an extra set of downs instead of trying to make those big touchdown runs.
Quick pass on the fly motion. Got enough space. Touchdown Tar Heels. And they made it to the house when they found that 6 points waiting on them. And the offense finds a way to cut into this lead, but they still have plenty of work to do.
They do, but that's a big score. You don't want to get late and start getting in the second half when you're fighting to come back by so many points. So great job getting points, get that momentum back on your side so you can come out and do some good things when you get the ball next time.
He'll bring it back from inside his 5. And the return man is stopped, and that'll leave it up to the offense on the next drive. Line gets set, first down. Running back searching for a hole. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one.
And that play shows you really what this defense is about. It's a difficult one to attack. They're really good. One of the best in the country. They come at you from all angles. So I'm interested to watch. How do you mix up the play calling? How do you keep the defense off balance? Because they are a good one.
From the gun, the ground game. Strong run to get it out to the 21-yard line. They pick up of 6.
I know that wasn't a big, huge play, and everybody's not excited. The fans aren't going crazy. But those are the plays that in the fourth quarter matter a lot. Again, making you tackle my back, making you feel the physicality of the football game throughout so you get tired and get worn down in the fourth quarter.
On 3rd and long, he has to throw for it. Makes the grab on the left. They'll pick up the first down as he gets it out to the 27-yard line. And the Nittany Lions come to the line with a new set of downs. Give to the fullback. Really nice run there. Good, solid pickup, and they'll move the sticks with a first down.
And the fullback. This takes me back to my days growing up, watching the fullback being on the field every single play. You don't see that anymore, but the big fella gets the football. Hey, he looks like he knew what to do with it, too. Nice little pickup.
Gets away from just steamrolling his way through. He found plenty of room, and he gets it to the 39-yard line.
Well, how about that? They turn around and hand it off to the big fella, and he's able to get the first down. Nice play.
Running back goes in motion. Able to pick his way forward for a decent gain before the defense gets him down. Let's see what they've got on second down. Here's the handoff. Relying on that running game, and it works for about 3 yards to the 31.
Now, that's what you try to do as a defense. Limit those damages when they run the football. Get them on the ground, short gains to set your defense for positive situations down the road.
Decibels rising as the crowd gets behind this defense on third down. Quarterback keeper shakes off the tackle. They are on the move as they pick up the first down. They'll spot it at the 28.
Man, those little chunks keep annoying the crud out of you when you're on defense. It's just putting them in easy situations, chewing up 4 to 6 yards at a pop like that. Put you in a bad situation as a defensive coordinator. What do I call? Either way, priority number 1, we got to stop the run.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the defense had the perfect play call on there. Offense trying to go toss into the boundary, but the defense dialed up the corner blitz. Perfect play for the perfect moment to get the tackle for loss.
After losing yardage, it's 2nd and 12. Fast motion from the offense. Wants to fire on 2nd down. Zings it complete to the right. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down.
Guys in the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
And he'll be taken down, but he does have enough for the first down.
That is going to drive this defensive coordinator nuts. A lot of DCs, they focus a ton of energy on how their unit performs on third down and in the red zone. If this defense gives up a couple more third down conversions like that, they are going to be in for a very unpleasant film session on Monday.
Toss sweep to the left. Runs through a tackle.
The best offenses are the ones that can run the football in the red zone when the defense knows it's coming. It's hard to throw the ball down in this area of the field. They go with the toss play and they pick up a big gain.
Operating in the red zone here on second down. Back to the ground with the running back. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9. The terrain gets rough this deep in the red zone. Third down, they can't pick up the first without scoring. Timeout called by the offense, and now they just have one remaining in the half. Really need to pick up this conversion and avoid having to settle for the field goal. On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Makes his connection. Defense is there to make the stop, but he's got the first down, and they'll have it first and goal at the 6.
Everybody on the same page there on blitz pickup, right? Offensive line, everybody communicating, understanding where they have to work to give their QB time to make an accurate throw and pick up the first.
And he'll step into the end zone. Touchdown, Penn State!
Another rushing touchdown. That's now 2 on the game. This offense thought they could come into this one running the ball, being the more physical team, and they look like it right now.
And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. We check in with Kevin Connors. What's going on, Kevin?
Guys, let's get you up to speed on what's going down in this fun college football game today. Vanderbilt is currently trailing, but this has been a back-and-forth affair. If that quarterback can find a little magic a la Jay Cutler, this might not be over just yet. They're trailing by just 4 to Kentucky. We'll circle back if anything big happens in this college football matchup.
Thanks for the update on that one, Kevin. Let us know when it goes final. And the pressure was too much. They get him at the 15. He just terrorizes quarterbacks, his 30th career sack.
And that's an amazing number, 30 sacks, because a lot of guys get sacks early in their careers and then coordinators figure it out and then start double teaming them and sliding and chipping, and then their numbers come down. This guy, though, David, has never stopped.
And it's got to be consistently, Jesse. Like, you got to consistently play hard, play after play, because sometimes they get rid of the ball fast. Sometimes you can't get in the mix. But to get to the quarterback 30 times, very few people have done that.
Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Third down play from the gun. And that's incomplete. A defender all over him. Knocked the ball to the ground. Fourth down coming up.
And I like the aggressiveness on third and short, trying to throw the football, take advantage of a look that they got. They weren't successful, and now it's fourth and short territory. Who knows what they're going to do?
This could be a major turning point in this game, going for it inside their own 40. On fourth down, going to the air. Buys a little time with his feet. He'll throw it. Makes the catch past the sticks. They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. They convert the fourth down, but back to the line with no time to waste. They move the tight end all over. They'll run it out of the shotgun. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I know the passing game sells, the passing game is exciting, but it's not exciting to get 5 or 6 yards of pop on the ground, but it will be very successful.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5.
Let's go! Gorilla!
He's looking to throw. They're trying to get to him. He's out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for the first down.
Quarterbacks have a hard job. They got to drop back and try to see the whole field and then see the rush coming to him, but you could tell he did a really good job scrambling outside the pocket, improvising, making a play with his feet, and then getting the first down.
The Tar Heels getting set on 1st and 10. Wide out in motion. Trying the left side. At the 40, there he goes. They've got the defense reeling right now with that big play to the 29. And the Tar Heels racing to the line in the hurry-up. Quarterback changing the plays at the line. They're going to go right back to him on first down. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
And it's just simple first down run, showing your physicality, setting your offense up in a good spot.
After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6.
Timber!
He's looking to throw. Bought a little time, lets it go. It's complete to the right. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down.
And that was a nice throw by the QB. When you see that drag route coming across the field, how about putting the ball right on his numbers? Not high, not low, where he has to stop his momentum.
Just steamrolling the defense. They'll finally get him stopped at the 1-yard line. What a run there. Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. And now a chance not only to cut into the lead, but play it just right, and maybe the other team doesn't even get a chance to answer. Turning to the running game on 1st and goal. Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, UNC!
And that's a nice drive, a nice physicality, punching it in with the run game. And here's the thing. I like where this offense is going. Nice job creating some momentum, going into the half, cutting down the lead. This thing could get really exciting. Nice job answering the bell right before the half.
Here's the return from inside his 10. Finds just enough space to cross the 25. Let's mark it at the 27-yard line. Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. And he'll be run out of bounds behind the line of scrimmage. Not a very productive play there.
Okay, so the QB scramble, went out of bounds. It counts as a sack because it's a loss on the play. You know what I did as a defensive lineman, guys? I chased him and tried to be the first one and the closest one near him. Because guess who gets the sack? Yep, that guy.
Moving, keeping the eyes downfield. He's right on target. And the defense able to get him down, and that should bring us to the end of the half. That's the end of the second quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin in our halftime update.
With the score, Penn State 21, North Carolina 14.
The Nittany Lions will kick it away first, and we'll start the second half. On the move from inside his 5. And good work by the coverage.
14.
Return man down on the ground. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. Tight game as we start the third quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think, is such a big deal. Like, I get the first chance to make a statement, to make the adjustments, to create some momentum for my squad right here in the third quarter.
Yeah, I think it's so important for this offense to set the tone here early in the second half, to get a nice drive going, build that confidence, and get your defense ready to come on out, get a stop, and change the complexity of this game.
He steps out of bounds, but it will be enough for a first down.
Well, the defense knew coming into this one it was going to be a physical game. Guys are going to have to be great at the point of attack and get off blocks and make tackles. They couldn't stop the offense from picking up that first down on that run play.
Now on 1st and 10 from the 26. Quarterback reacting to what the D is showing. He wants to throw. And that pass is intercepted. Takes it the other way. And he will roll into the end zone. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! The DB saw it. He thought, don't drop it, don't drop it. Then thought, don't get caught, don't get caught. And he didn't. The pick six.
Hey, these guys can play offense, too. Now, look at this. I showed you I can be a wide receiver. Coach might split him out at wide receiver next week after making that big play. But defense, great job making the interception. And you're right, doing something with it. Don't just slide down. Don't be content. Take that thing all the way back, brother.
From a couple of yards deep, he'll bring it out. Stopped at the 17, and he's probably second-guessing that return. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The big thing now, don't get rattled by that last pick six, David.
Nah, it was a big mistake. Obviously, the defense took advantage of it, but you got to put it behind you. Jesse, I'm sure you know a thing or two about throwing a pick six and how to rebound.
I believe I've only thrown one in my life, but yes, I do because of that singular instance. I'll say this. You can't let that play beat you twice. You got to go out and not try to get it all back here in one play. Just execute the offense.
To the ground with the back. Breaks the tackle.
It's just so nice to know you can start off on first down with positive plays. Positive yards, hand the football off, set up a good second down.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down. It's 2nd and 6. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Just when they're looking run, now up top. And he's all bottled up, and now it's worse. The ball's loose. Defense coming up with a huge fumble recovery. Touchdown, Penn State! Don't just get the ball, score with the ball, and the defense did. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead.
And the defense comes with the blitz. Nice job getting to the quarterback. And don't just get there. Try to strip that football out. They get the QB to the ground. The ball's out. They scoop it up, take it all the way back to the house for 6.
And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Bowling Green is putting on an offensive clinic. They've built a big lead, and this one is approaching blowout territory. They're up by 20 over Iowa. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. North Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They'll throw it on first down. Lofts one high and deep. And that one falls incomplete. They tried to go over the top on first down. Second down coming up.
Well, at this juncture in the game, with how the scoreboard looks, no question this offense is going to have to throw to get back in the game, and it's going to be tricky now because the defense is expecting it. You're going to throw into a lot of big zone coverages with everybody's eyes on.
Got a lot of running room. They'll get it to the 48, no need to measure it to first down.
How nice is it in an offense when you can generate explosive plays by running the football? You got to force feed this guy, man. He is an absolute game changer.
Inside 4 minutes to play here in the third.
Clear. 29 Philly. 2-9 Philly.
Quarterback making adjustments with his receivers. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
Defense doing a great job watching the quarterback's eyes and breaking on the ball. They already have 2 picks in the game, and they swat that one away. They are doing an awesome job in coverage.
The incomplete pass leaves them with second down. The give to the back. Really good pickup on second down there. Leaves them with 3rd and 2. The Tar Heels will hustle to the line. Wide receiver shows motion. They'll try to pick it up on the ground. And the defense is swarming to keep him from getting to the first down.
Offense facing 4th down.
Facing this double-digit deficit here in the second half, almost a no-brainer to go for it on 4th down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Got his man on the right. They stop him short of the marker, and they'll turn it over on downs.
You know, offensively in that situation, 4th down, you're throwing for it. Everything has to go right, or someone just needs to be able to make a play to keep the drive alive. They couldn't get it done, and now the offense is coming off the field.
Just a solid stop by this sophomore. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. The back goes in motion. On second down, he'll let it fly. They'll throw it to the back on the screen. And the defense holds firm. No pickup at all on that play. You want to give this guy a chance to get some yards after the catch, but there was nothing there.
Yeah, give the defense credit. You saw their speed rallying to the football on the perimeter.
Trying to turn the corner on the right. Rams him with the stiff arm. Makes that one pay off, and they finally get him down at the 38. It'll be first down.
And David, how demoralizing does it have to be for a defense when you know they're going to run it, everyone in the stadium knows they're going to run it, and still you cannot stop it?
There's nothing more demoralizing as a defensive lineman because it ticks you off. It gets in your head. You know that guy's going to come off and smack.
There he goes down the right side. Touchdown, Nittany Lions! And the punishment has been extended.
Loving what I'm seeing from this offense this week. And talking to them, they felt like last week's win was a lot closer than what it should have been. They didn't play to their full potential, but they did that here in this game. When they're hitting on all cylinders, they are scared.
And with the extra point, they push the lead out a little further. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
42, North Carolina, 14.
The returner will field it and bring it back. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. The give to the tailback. And that's a very productive first down play in bringing up 2nd and 3. And the Tar Heels are in the hurry up. They'll keep it on the ground. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
When the running back gets going and gets ahead of steam like that, so hard to get to the ground. That's why you blitz. That's why you bring pressure. That's why you bring more guys in the box so you can get him before he gets going. But once he got going, you could tell it was hard to get a hand on him, hard to get him to the ground.
And a good, solid pickup before the defense cuts him down. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Quarterback checking off. They'll switch it up here and look to throw. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And this is dropped. Incomplete pass. He had a huge gain in his fingers, and he couldn't hold on.
Yeah, and that was really nice pressure. Ideally, you want to get him on the ground. Nice job by the quarterback staying alive, keeping the play alive, but it still ends in an incompletion. Nice pressure by the defense.
On 3rd down, he drops the throw. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and 4th down's coming. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Finds the tight end. Tackled after picking up the first down. The Tar Heels look to keep this drive humming. They were willing to spin that wheel of fortune in their own territory, and it paid off.
And it came up good. I mean, I think you see the aggressiveness by these offenses now, willing to go for it on their own territory, and I like it because they got it.
He wants to pass it on 2nd down. Got it! Touchdown, North Carolina! And once he found some daylight, it was time to make a house call. He'll try to tack on one more. And it's up and good. So an 82-yard drive there. And the points come on a pass from 39 yards out.
42, North Carolina, 21.
About to kick it off after punching it in for the touchdown. From inside the 10-yard line, he'll bring it back. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. Leaves it with the back. Defense makes the tackle, and that will probably be the final play of the 3rd quarter.
That's the end of the 3rd quarter. With the score, Penn State 42. North Carolina, 21.
2nd down here as they go back to work after the break. Working the middle, it's complete. At the 35, he's loose. He's off to the races. The 20. Touchdown, Penn State! And the beatdown has ensued. They add on to this lead, and it looks as if they'll be moving to 2-0.
And this offense continuing to put up points. This game's out of reach. You know you're going to win, but still throwing the football, still finding that connection. I imagine there'll be some salty handshakes at the end of this game.
And that kick was perfectly down the middle. They wasted no time on that drive. 2 plays, touchdown just like that. The kickoff team takes the field to boot this one away.
Set to kick this one away.
From inside his own 15, looking for room. Just never had a chance to shake loose, and he'll be brought down at the 24.
Take over 1st and 10.
Carolina has it back, and the Tar Heels so pleased to send the offense back out. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He lobs one high down the left side. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Touchdown, Tar Heels! And once he found open space, the band might as well start playing.
Yeah, nice pitch, nice catch. And listen, maybe this helps next game, right? Like, we're trying to find a rhythm, find something that works, find somebody to go to. And this offense is struggling. You're down by 1,000, but I like that they continue to fight.
They're down big, but they'll keep fighting to the bitter end and line up for the onside kick here.
Well, sometimes you just got to be lucky, and that time the ball bounced the right way for the kicking team. They were able to recover their own onside kick, and they've got possession.
They'll come out on this drive and let it rip. Knew where he wanted to go with it, but couldn't find his target. It's incomplete.
Well, this guy must feel like he's run into a buzzsaw in this game. He has been under duress all game long, and that's a big reason why he's thrown multiple interceptions in the game, too. Nothing coming easy to him. It's hard to see the field when your internal clock is going off so fast because of the pressure of this defense, and that's why they find themselves down by so much here in the fourth.
Receivers telling the quarterback what they see. They'll throw again after the incompletion. He's moving out of the pocket. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
At this point of the game in the fourth quarter, it is going to be tough for this offense to get some completions here because now, trailing by this much, the defense is expecting pass, and they're putting a whole bunch of extra DBs on the field to help them out in coverage.
A 3rd and long coming up here.
Black 24. Squirrel. Longer.
He's looking to pass. Spits it out to the back. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And as a defensive lineman late in the game, man, when you know it's pass, you're pinning your ears back, trying to get to the quarterback, and DBs are trying to do this. Pad them stats, get the INT. Nice job by this D.
And that corner came in hot despite knowing that he was giving up some size. It'll be 2nd down, and remember, they can pick up a first without scoring. Movement here from the tight end. They'll try the run. Gets it inside the 10, picks up a yard. They'll mark it at the 9.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field, and this guy, I know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows. He's got 97 yards rushing here in the fourth quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
Not a lot of ground to cover and not much to defend. A big 3rd down in the red zone. Try to get it to the edge. And the defense knew exactly where that 1st down line was, and they stopped him short.
Timeout, North Carolina.
It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. From the left hash, this one shouldn't be too much trouble. And the kicker delivers the 3 ball to finish off the drive. And now the lead is even bigger. Let's go to the studio now and check in with Kevin Connors. Kevin, what do you got?
Terrific showdown this week, guys. Let's take a look at what's going on. Florida Atlantic has the lead right now, but if this team has taught us anything over the years, it's that no lead is safe there in Boca Raton. They're up by 5 over FIU. Any big developments in this one, we've got you covered with the best studio team in the business, gentlemen.
And how about that one? Kevin will be keeping an eye on everything going on elsewhere. The North Carolina offense returns to the field. After throwing the pick on the last drive, need to take care of the ball this time, Jesse.
We're going to find out a lot about this quarterback right here, too. How does he fight through adversity after that last drive?
Yeah, clear the mechanism, move on. That's a part of it, right? If you're going to be a great player, you got to learn how to handle these mistakes and move on.
Couldn't find anybody to throw to. He'll just toss it away. It'll be second down.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Tuna.
Looking to throw on second down. He puts a lot of air under it down the sideline. Working that deep right side, an excellent concentration on the catch.
You know, as the head coach of this team, this is one positive you're going to take away from this game, is that your players don't quit, and they're still willing to fight. There's obviously a lot of things they've got to iron out offensively, and we've seen that today. But I do love the grit they're showing here late, still trying to make plays.
Lasso.
Quarterback will audible. Going up top on first down. Throws to the wideout. And they dialed up a shot play, but they couldn't hook up.
You know, it's one thing to take shots early in the game when the defense may not be expecting it, but at this point, fourth quarter, you're trailing by a lot. They know you're going to do it, and the defense was expecting that one. Great job in the back end.
After the incompletion, looking at second down.
Jackrabbit. Acorn. Highland.
Motion from the offense. Off play action. This one's complete. He's run out of bounds, but not before turning in a big pickup and moving the sticks for a first down. From the gun, the running back looking for room. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15.
At the 15-yard line. Brings up second down.
Got 3 on first down. It's 2nd and 7.
Set. Bang. Acorn.
He's looking to throw. Using his legs to buy some time. He makes the connection. The tackle is made, but he's got it first and goal from the 6. And the Tar Heels want to move quickly. They'll dial up the run on first and goal. Touchdown, UNC! And they take it in for 6 more points. They'll line up to go for 2.
Easy.
From the gun. It's complete to the left. He gets in there for the 2-point conversion, and now we have a 2-possession game. They are running out of time here. They need to get the ball back. They'll line up for the onside kick. Cool as a cucumber as the hands team makes a sure catch. Penn State sends the offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
They'll keep it on the ground, trying to milk the clock. There to stop him after a pickup of 3. It's down to the 15.
And this is a perfect situation. This is a situation, if you asked me to be in before the game, the coaches would have been in heaven. I got the football. I got the lead on their side of the field. Nice gain on first down. Same exact script. Do it again. Run the football, run the clock, let that thing tick down. And if we add points, we add points.
A solid pickup there before the defense is able to make the stop.
I think you run that play so you stay out of 3rd and long. 3rd and long is not where an offense ever wants to thrive. 3rd and medium, hey, I'm good with that. So you run that play to make sure you're set up for a good 3rd down.
Handoff to the fullback. He gets it oh so close to the 1st down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Quick timeout called by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense. They already have a comfortable lead up by multiple possessions, but they're going to go for it here on 4th down. They get him on the ground, but not before he gets enough for the 1st down.
How about that? You got the lead late in the game. Get some 1st downs, salt this clock away. This is the exact position you want your offense in.
And the ball's loose in the backfield. The defense all over that loose ball, and now they're bringing it back. And a great return on the play before they're finally able to bring him down.
All right, offense, it's your turn. We got to get something together here. You got to get 2 scores, so they got to... Defense, we just did our job. We just got you the ball back. I know there's still a long way to go, but got to make something happen really quickly.
This coach wanted to be absolutely certain on a challenge. He was right. The previous play will be overturned. You got to believe they just want to run it, take care of the football, and keep that clock moving on 2nd and 9. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
Well, the defense finally able to make a play, getting a tackle for loss. They haven't had many of those today because this running back really has answered the bell. They knew coming in they were going to have to give him the football, force-feed it to him, and let him go to work. He's done that. Well over 100 yards rushing in this game, and the defense just has not had the answers consistently for him.
Well, this was an offensive showcase out there today. We thought it would be a high-scoring game, and it certainly delivered.
If you love offense, then you love this type of game. Both offenses going up and down the field, seemingly at will. Throwing the ball, running the ball. But, David, I feel like if you're a fan of defense, maybe this wasn't your cup of tea.